Hello everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I have set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site, and then you can just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. Also, keep in mind this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else. So take what fits, how it fits, and don't forget to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just guidance for you from source. You have the Seven of Wands. What areas of your life need boundaries and protection? Tell me why the Seven of Wands is the tarot card of the week here for Aries. Why is the Seven of Wands their tarot card of the week for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out we have is the Four of Swords. We have the Empress. We have the High Priestess. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Cups to the Strength card. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where you have been for quite some time now in a period of healing, whether that is emotional healing, financial healing, psychological healing. I just feel like you have been taking time out for you. And if you haven't been doing that, your advice this week is that you need to do that. So maybe for some of you, you have been neglecting yourself. And if either of those messages rings true for you, then you know this like intuitively. So don't feel like I'm telling you anything that you don't know. So either you know that you have been in a period of rest and recovery, or you intuitively know that that's something that you need to create more for yourself, like more time to rest, more time to relax, more time to focus on you. You could be dealing this week with a Taurus, a Libra. I have Pisces here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So I feel like because we have so many energies on the table, this isn't necessarily telling you in that Seven of Wands card that you need to create boundaries with one particular person. I mean, that might hold true for one Aries watching, but I feel like you need boundaries, and you kind of need to protect your energy from like everyone in your life, because we have so many energies here on the table. So there's something here like that at play, that there are things people want you to do, and they want you to do for them, and they want you to go, and they want you to attend. And I sort of feel like you've been pulled in all directions. And this is really the divine or source here telling you, Aries, you got to relax a bit. You have to slow it down, which is hard for a cardinal fire sign to do. But there is definitely something here like you need to slow down before you deal with burnout. So the Aries collective here seems to, their lesson this week is like learning how to say no. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. There's definitely something here about when people ask you to do things for them, or go somewhere with them, or maybe even just communicate with them. There's something here of like Two of Swords. Instead of being so quick to say yes and run off and do it in your beautiful cardinal fire energy, that Two of Swords is like you need to pause and contemplate, is this best for me? Can I physically do this right now? Can I emotionally handle this right now? Is this something I can financially take on? So however this plays out for you this week, the divine is just telling the Aries collective, slow down. Let's get 3 cards of advice here when it comes to dealing with these people. Yeah, I feel like it's not one particular person. I just feel like there's a lot of people here constantly pulling at you. Let's get 3 cards of advice here for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Death card, you have the King of Cups, and you have the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. So I feel like, and again, it's only advice, it's part of your routine or part of who you are that you get up and go. And I think you give generously with your time, with your love, with your money in that King of Cups energy. But I feel like there's something here that needs to change, needs to transform in respect to your response time to people. Because again, I feel like you kind of put yourself second or put yourself last to other people in your life. And there's something here like we need to transform the way the way we're built, I just heard. So I've tapped into a group of you where this is how you're built. Like at the core of you in the DNA, someone needs something, they need a favor, they need money, they need to go somewhere. And you're like, you know, you're opening up the wallet and you're like, here, I'm on the phone for you. Here, I'm texting. Yes, I'll drive you here. Yes, I'll go here with you. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, and I feel like there's something here, like you kind of need to transform yourself. The King of Cups, Queen of Cups and Tarot, they're individuals that, yes, they unconditionally love other people, but first and foremost, they unconditionally love themselves. And I feel like this is a lesson here that the Aries collective needs to learn. And so this week, your tarot card of the week is the Seven of Wands. What area of your life needs boundaries and protection? I feel like all of them, like with all of your connections in your life. The Aries collective needs to learn. Again, it's just a lesson. You don't have to, you know, follow the advice if you don't want to. But for those of you who do, this week, the word no could be quite powerful. And that's something that you all should start getting more and more comfortable learning how to say. That's what I have for you, Aries, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is a little advice for you from Source. You have the Knight of Wands. What are you passionate and motivated about in your life? Tell me why the Knight of Wands is the tarot card of the week for the Taurus collective. Why is the Knight of Wands the tarot card of the week for Taurus? For Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Knight of Wands their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, Taurus, we have is the Lovers, the Hierophant, which is your energy, the Five of Cups, and the King of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh, two cards came out here. Four of Wands, and you, whether you're masculine or feminine, the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles. Remember, these messages are all intended to help us grow and evolve, right, and become bigger, better versions of ourselves. So please don't be offended at this message. I've tapped into a group of Taurians where, because of choices you have made in the past, in respect to your structure and your stability and your long-term goals, you could be feeling now like, yes, my life is structured. Yes, my life is stable, but it's boring, is the overwhelming feeling here. Or at least that's what Source is trying to say to you. Source this week is trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, Taurus, I'm really glad that you have achieved a level of prosperity and stability and comfortability that you sort of crafted and created for yourself, and you went after and you attained. And it's like, bravo to you. But Taurus, life has become a little boring for you. Source wants you to make the active choice, despite any losses or grievances or things that you've been through in the past, to find your passion for something again. And what that something is could be anything. I mean, the Devil to the Seven of Cups is sort of like, there's so many different things that you can be passionate about and invest yourself into. Why aren't you doing it? So, what are you passionate and motivated about in your life? I feel like there's potentially a lot of things here, like learning a new instrument, writing, there's just something here. It's more of a creative sense. I don't really feel like it's love related. I feel like this is creative. Like, okay, you have the stability. Bravo to you. Now, where's that one hobby or that one skill or that one thing you want to learn about or sink your teeth into? Like, where's that? Where's the fire? It's kind of like the fire has plateaued in the Taurian collective. And Source is just asking you to think about things that maybe you wanted to do, but you put it on the back burner. Could be photography for some of you. But there's just something here like you put it on the back burner because you were so focused on your structure and stability. Okay, bravo, you got it. Now let's get back to all of those back burners, because I feel like you have several back burners, and it's like time to revisit them and find just one thing that you were passionate about in the past that you kind of gave up on. It's sort of like, let's reignite the passion again for that skill or that hobby. And for others of you, if you don't have anything on the back burner that you kind of put off because life got in the way, which happens to all of us, then it's like, find something you can really sink your teeth into. Because I feel like you have attained a level of financial stability or structure, but when it comes to like getting fired up to do something every day that's like just uniquely you, and it could be cycling, like I said, photography, learning an instrument, writing poems, like whatever it is, I just feel like that is what you've blocked out in the interest of security and abundance and all of that. So this is just saying, let's find one thing here this week that lights your soul on fire. And that you can do every day, that, or once a week, you know, whatever that time period is that you want to do it, but that you'll be really excited and you'll look forward to, I don't know, every day at, you know, at 5 o'clock, I go for a walk. And it could be for some of you, it could just be something like that, where I really enjoy walking, or I really enjoy cycling and I haven't done it anymore, right? Kind of life got in the way. Or again, I don't know why I'm being called here to like photography, nature photography, something like that. But whatever this is for you, this skill or this hobby, it's time for you to either rediscover it or discover it if it's something new. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, Taurus. Okay. The Death card, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. I can't be any clearer. There's something here, again, it's not telling you to move away from structure and stability, but I feel like there's something here you've been wanting to do for a long time. It could be travel. It could be any number of hobbies, but it's time for you to transform your life, inject a little passion into it by moving towards this thing. And most of you, like 99% of you, you already know what this is, this skill, this hobby. There's something like that here at play. And you sort of put it on the back burner. Yeah, 3 of Wands, time to go after it. And like stand your ground with that 7 of Wands to the Ace of Wands and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward with, again, learning that instrument or writing that book I've always wanted to write, or I'm getting back into photography, or I'm getting back into cycling. There's something here about get up and go for the Taurian collective. So figure out what that has been for you that you can rediscover, or what that could be for you, and discover something new here this week. Again, a new skill, a new hobby, something like that that really lights your soul on fire, and that is yours and yours alone. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Excuse me. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's see what is our tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. We have the Knight of Cups. Are you prepared to receive or give a love offer? I was almost going to say life offer. Okay, maybe it's give or receive a love offer for life. Okay, that's pretty big. Let's see what this is all about here for Gemini. Why is the Knight of Cups their tarot card of the week? For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Knight of Cups their tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Strength, we have Justice, and we have the Ace of Wands. That leaves the 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you that whether you're single or partnered is inconsequential to the reading. There's something here about you wanting to invest in love, but you being very weary of investing in love. So again, whether you're single or partnered, this isn't so much about that other person. This is about you. Do you want to work at love? Because I feel like some of you get really close to wanting to give up on it. And it's almost like, well, I want that person to make an effort, right? If it's an existing partner, but I don't really know if I can make an effort anymore. Or I want to meet someone new, but they need to approach me. I don't really know if I want to approach them. But so there's definitely obviously a duality here, right? In the Gemini collective, because part of you is like, I really would like to have a passionate adventure in love, but I'm not sure how much of myself I want to invest. So then that question there makes sense. Are you prepared then to receive or give a love offer? Because as much as you want it, you're not putting much effort into it. It looks like you're focused on other things or other responsibilities or money or a business or family. And it's like, if you want it, you have to show up with that Justice card in equal measure to your counterpart, whether they are, you know, in your life or not, like whether you're looking for someone new or you're currently partnered. I almost feel like you can't expect the other person to put 100% of the work in. If you're not open to love, then even if that person wants to give you a love offer, you won't be open to receiving it. So tell me about this love offer here. And some of you, it's just like time. You're not making time or enough time for love. So again, whether you're single or partnered, you're so focused on other skills and tasks and making money and other responsibilities that you're just so like wounded and tired and weary by the end of the day that as much as you want something that sets your soul on fire, you're not moving towards it. Again, whether that's a known entity or not. Tell me about the Nine of Wands here for Gemini. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Chariot, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Sun card. I'm speaking like you. I want to fall in love. I want it to come in quickly. I want a relationship that can go the distance. I want a relationship that is structured and solid, but I'm not going to move towards it. The Chariot, I want it. Chariot to Ten of Pentacles, I want that. But the Three of Wands, I'm just going to wait for it to come to me. Well, then how much do you want it if you're not putting any effort into attaining it? And if you're putting all of the hours in a day and you're devoting it to other things and other people and other responsibilities and other projects, you're not leaving any pentacle resources, which is time. You're not leaving any time at the end of the day for love, yet you're expecting it to come to you. But even if it came to you, you'd have no time for it. Do you know what I mean? So let's get 3 cards of advice here for Gemini. 3 cards of advice here for Gemini. I feel like if love is a priority for you, Gemini, then you need to make time for love to be a priority. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Emperor, you have the Knight of Swords, and you got the Lovers. It's your choice, Gemini. How will you spend your Pentacle energy? 3 of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 10 of Swords. It's like even if you want a partnership, again, whether you are partnered or single, if you don't create any time to build the partnership, invest in the partnership, nurture the partnership will grow toxic because the other person will feel like they're giving more than you're giving. And before you know it, then the relationship has some type of tower moment or it comes to an end. Yeah, there's no equality in the connection. So whether you're looking to receive or give love, I feel like your advice here is if you want it, you need to take the inspired action and make the choice to actually create the time for it, as opposed to just putting it all on the other person. Because like I was saying, even if they do make tremendous strides and effort here, if you don't have time for them, then nothing will pan out, and they'll eventually get resentful that they're putting in all the effort, and then they bail. They want to become single and independent. 9 of Pentacles energy here. So there needs to be an equal give and take in love. So if you're a single Gemini and you're looking for love, you literally need to make time for love, but not just to find the person, but then you need to have enough hours in a day to maintain the connection. And if you're currently partnered, you could have a partner that feels that like they overgive and they just feel like you're not making enough time for them. So in that respect, you'll need to take action here to make the time required to have more equal give and take in the connection. So that is what I have for you, Gemini, for the week ahead. Your tarot card for the week is the Knight of Cups. Remember, that's not what you don't see coming. It's just a lesson for you that if you truly are open to love and you do want a mutually beneficial relationship between you and another individual, then you need to actually invest in that connection or invest in finding that connection. And then you need to create the time necessary to maintain that connection moving forward. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from source. Tarot card of the week is the Knight of Pentacles. What situation in your life requires slow movement and determination? Excuse me. Tell me more about the Knight of Pentacles here. Why is this the tarot card of the week for Cancer? Why is the Knight of Pentacles their tarot card for the week? For Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. I just heard, oh, that's too much. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Swords, Page of Cups, the Death card, and the Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we've got 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Now, remember, these messages, the weekly tarot card of the week, they're just intended to all help us like grow and expand and become bigger, better versions of ourselves. So don't be offended by the message here. But there's something here that you've wanted for quite some time. What that is different for all of you. Maybe you want to open up your own business. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to fall in love again. Maybe you want to strengthen a current connection in your life. Maybe you want to open up your own business. But there's something here that if you want it, you need to get out of a lack mentality. There's 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Nothing will ever work out for me because it never worked out in the past. Or I won't find my partner because I never found one in the past. This is very much victim mentality here. And I'm not saying you don't have a right to feel those things. But at some point, you got to pull yourself out of that and then create a plan for what you do want. So there's something here that you want in this Page of Cups. Like, I want this, I want to feel this, I want to open this, I want to expand this, I want to meet this person, I want to strengthen a current relationship. Like, it's different for all of you because the page holds the Ace of Cups. So it's something that you would love to do, or would love to have, or would love to be, or would love to open. But you would need to radically transform the way you think. Death card to the Five of Swords. And then Page of Swords is acquiring information to create a long-term goal on how you can achieve that. And sitting in the lack mentality of it'll never happen, you're right. Because if that's your mindset and you don't do anything to find out how you can make it happen, you're right, then it'll never happen. So Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. And high vibing Virgo energy is all about creating a path and a schedule and a plan and saying, I'm sticking to that no matter how long it takes me to get that goal, or, you know what I mean, to attain that, that wish or something like that here. Let me get a little bit more for you on this. Tell me more about that Page of Cups here for Cancer. This is interesting because I think you're reading for the past week, and I put so many of them out there. But one of them was like, if you want to go on vacation, you can save the money and go on vacation. And I think it was a woman. I don't know gender or how the individual identifies. But they wrote a comment in the comment section of, well, I need someone to go on vacation with me because it's so expensive. I can't afford to pay for it by myself. So I need someone to split costs. And it's like, no. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Yes, is life easier when the responsibilities or the finances are split by two, shared by two? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you should hold yourself back. Okay, so maybe it takes you double the length of time to open the business, or it takes you double the length of time to, you know, save the money to buy the car or the house or go on vacation. But that's what the universe is trying to teach the Cancerian collective. That's why it's like one tower moment after another. It's trying to squeeze you to a point where you say, I can do it on my own. And it doesn't mean you're going to do it on your own forever, but it's just that one thing. It's like being forged through fire and coming out like the king or queen of wands and saying, I can do this. Again, it doesn't mean that you will do it on your own forever. It's just the universe is trying to harden you just a little bit, push you out of the comfort zone of your water energy so you get fired up and say, I will create that plan and I will make that dream a reality. And it doesn't matter if I have someone by my side or not. And it doesn't matter if it takes me 2, 3, 4 times the length of time to save that money or reach that goal. I'm going to do it. That's what the universe is trying to do to the Cancerian collective. It's trying to help you. Again, it's not the most pleasant way of doing it, but it's trying to get you to come out of victim mentality and rise up into like the phoenix rising from the ashes of, I'm going to do this whether I have someone or not. Tell me about that Page of Cups here for Cancer. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups is clarified by 10 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Moon. See? Because World card, it is a lesson. Yeah, so this is 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, and the Moon. You can't see it now, but you can do it. 9 of Pentacles energy is very independent energy. You can launch this business. You do not need a business partner. It might take you longer to glean the information you need and put all together, but you can do it. You can go travel the world if that's what you want to do. It may take you longer to save the money, but you can do it. You can't see that you can do it because doubts, fears, and insecurities are getting in the way, but you can do it. And if you can do it, like master this skill, that's where you learn what the 10 of Cups actually is. The 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment, but it's in a singular energy. Again, it doesn't mean that you'll have to do whatever this is alone for the rest of your life, but there is an enormous amount of accomplishment that comes with completing something like a big project all on your own. I'll give you an example. Back in March, was it March? I have a Victorian home. It's from 1860, and part of the roof collapsed when my neighbor's tree crashed into it. And the second floor, there's a section of my second floor that's terribly ruined as a result. Now, if I had the money, which I don't, I would be able to hire a crew to come in and fix that up. I did get a new roof, and I had a dumpster out here for about 2 weeks. And, you know, I cleared out the debris, put everything in construction bags and got it downstairs. But there are now other things that need to be done in the room that I don't have the finances for. But it's my goal to accomplish it. Now, I'd love for my person to help me with this, but he can't. He physically can't because at the same time, like a month after the roof incident happened, he had a really big neck surgery. So there's no way that he can help me accomplish the task. So since I don't have the money to do it, I can now prolong that plan of I need to fix this. And it's 4 rooms on the second floor of my house. They're just I literally can't even use them at this point. So I can create the plan and the financial strategy now. And yes, it's going to take me a long time. Yeah, it's probably going to take me a long time to save the money and get it done. Or I could start doing it myself. I can start gleaning information about how I can replace sheetrock, which thankfully I've learned how to do that, years ago. So, but there are other things that I don't know how to do, but I'm going to glean the information to learn how to do them. And I'm going to accomplish the goal. And yes, I'm going to do it by myself. I have no choice. I don't have the finances to have someone else do it. And the one person I do have that could help me, he can't do it. He physically can't do it. And so there's something like that here at play that I know that even though it's going to take me longer, Knight of Pentacles energy, slowest night in the deck. But I know that if I create high Virgo energy, and we are in high Virgo energy, if I utilize high Virgo energy, and we're currently in Virgo season, and I create that plan and I stick to it, I can't see it now, but I will get it done. And I will be so emotionally content that I was able to accomplish that I stuck to the goal. And that, again, it doesn't mean that the next time something happens, I won't have the money or he won't be able to help me, but it's just trying to forge me through fire now. It's a lesson I have to learn about creating a system, a plan, and a goal, and being adamant that I'm going to stick to it. And every day waking up and saying, I'm going to put this much time aside into fixing that. So whatever this is for you, it's I want to go on vacation to Europe. And yes, it would be cheaper if I had someone, but I don't have someone. So I'm going to do this for me. So every week, maybe I put $25 aside, whatever it is, whatever you can afford. And maybe it'll take me 10 years to get to Europe, but God damn it, I'm going to do that trip. So there's something like that here at play. And yeah, when you learn that lesson, right, and you implement it, yeah, you will be so pleased and happy with yourself that you accomplished something so great and that you were able to quiet down all those disquieting feelings in your head that told you couldn't do it. This is a universe's way of trying to teach the Cancerian collective, you can do this on your own. You have everything you need within you. The World card, the Seven of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. This is something you can do. If you're like, yes, I'm doing this and I'm going to stick to it, and that Queen of Swords, creating the plan, that task, and going for it, yes, you will absolutely accomplish, again, whatever this is. But it's just trying to draw you out of a lack mentality. Tell me more about the Page of Swords here. Or let's get 3 advice on the Page of Swords here for Cancer. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The advice on the Page of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. Do you see how that came out? This is, again, it's only advice. Putting an end to the fact that you need someone to do whatever this, like you've been holding on to this idea. I can't do blank unless I have this person or a type of person next to me. And this is saying we got to put an end to holding on to that concept that we can't launch this business or, you know what I mean, save money for this trip or whatever this is, or learn this skill unless I have someone by my side. Again, does it mean that you'll never have anyone by your side? No, of course not. But this one thing, and it's different for all of you, needs to be accomplished by you and you alone. And so this week is a perfect time for you to figure out whatever situation that is or plan, and then create some kind of pathway to it. And although it might be slow, you need to be very methodical and stick to it. The Knight of Pentacles is also the most dedicated knight, and say, I am determined to accomplish this goal and this skill, even if I have to do it alone, because I can do it, because I'm a Cancerian, damn it. That's the energy that the universe wants you to embody. So that is what I have for you, Cancer, for the week of September 7th, 2025. The sky's the limit for you, baby, but you have to be able to see it and believe it and work towards this dream or this goal and make it a reality. We just saw the Empress card there at the bottom of the deck. So you are fully capable of birthing this idea or this plan. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, or maybe it just gave you some help or some hope, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Excuse me, Leo. I did this last time for your reading as well. Let me just take a sip of coffee. Okay. Hello, Leo. I hope you're well today. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Your tarot card is the 5 of Cups. What painful situation in your life are you focused on, and what positive aspect are you not seeing, right? Because when the cups are spilled, we sometimes fail to recognize that there are other soulmate, soul bond connections out there for us. So tell me more about the 5 of Cups here for Leo. Again, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you. Tell me why the 5 of Cups here is the tarot card of the week for Leo. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Two of Pentacles. You have the Seven of Wands. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Hangman. At the bottom of the deck, you have Four of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, those are all your options and choices. Page of Swords, the Moon, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like this will be very specific for those of you where you recently lost a connection in your life, or you're still dwelling on the loss of a connection in your life. I don't know if you could see it in this deck. This is the Monica Louve tarot deck. I believe it's only available on her website, Louve, L-U-V-E. Yeah. Anyway, this depiction of the Five of Cups is a little bit different because we have the two cups spilled over, right? We have the two cups spilt over here. And the only thing that's standing is the Ace of Cups, which is very singular. But here we have another set of Two of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, again, whether this relationship is professional, platonic, or romantic, and whether you lost it last week or 5 years ago, some of you are still focused on the sorrow and the pain of the Two of Cups that spilled. And you feel like you're singular. You feel like you're destined or doomed to be alone in the world. Like, I'll never make friends again, or I'll never make, another friend who becomes like a family member, or I'll never fall in love again. And it's not true. You have a whole host of soulmate, soul bond connections, professional, platonic, and romantic out there waiting for you. And so some of you here are like resistant to opening up your heart to new connections because you're still dwelling on this one connection that ended. And it's so weird because you're sitting there in singular Ace of Cup energy. And it's like, well, I want to, meet more people or know more people or find my person. But at the same time, the Queen has her back turned. You've put up some boundaries, some defensive. You sort of have blocked yourself off from meeting new people because you're still sad about the loss of this other connection. You're still holding on to the loss. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups here. I feel like this is you, whether you're masculine or feminine. I just feel like your heart is closed off. Your back is turned to the other opportunities, soulmates, soul bonds. The lid on the chalice is closed. It's like you're not open to receiving love. It's almost like you want that specific person back. And it's like, for whatever reason, they're not here. I don't know if they passed away, if they disconnected from you, if it was a full-out breakup. You're not talking to this friend anymore. I just know that that soulmate, soul bond connection has come to an end. And there are other people out there you can connect with, but you're choosing not to. And this is the divine telling you, to let go. Because you're so focused on the loss. And the positive of this loss is, I do have other people out there, or the one is literally out there waiting for me. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups here for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Cups is clarified by Justice, the Page of Cups, and the Sun. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Yeah. This is you having justice in soulmate, soul bond connections. They're out there waiting for you. Professional, platonic, and yes, even romantic. And they are 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. They're long-lasting soulmate, soul bond connections that would make you extraordinarily happy. But they won't be able to come in as long as you're holding on to the pain and the loss of this person or these people who are no longer in your life. Temperance, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. And again, we've got the Five of Cups. So I almost want to say that the only thing getting in the way, like between you and the soulmate or soulmates that you want to connect with in your life, is you. Is this sorrow, holding on to the sorrow. Let's get 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for Leo. So it's, what painful situation in your life are you so focused on? And what positive aspects are you not seeing? Yeah, you're not seeing that the end of that connection or connections means that now new people can come into your life. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Chariot. Wheel of Fortune, new cycle. So there's something here about working through the pain here, working through the loss, and starting to rebuild new connections in your life. Because I know that you can't see it right now. You don't believe. You think that person was the one, just an example. And you're like, well, I'm never going to meet the one because that was the one. That wasn't the one. If that was the one, it wouldn't have ended up in the 5 of Cups. You would already be in the 10 of Cups with them. There's a reason why that connection didn't work out. And there's something here about okay, well, I'm never going to meet, you know, the best friend, because the best friend I had was that person, and they're no longer in my life. They're no longer in your life because they weren't your best friend. They weren't the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles. And that's something that you're not seeing. So your advice here is to see things from a different perspective, that there are soulmate, soul bond connections out there. And the only thing required to find them and nurture them and build them and maintain them is your desire to want to connect, your desire to want to build them, to want to find them, to want to maintain them. Because I think if you continue to hold on to that person, or the idea of that person, or I don't think the new is able to come in energetically. You're putting too much energy into what fell apart. I want to get 3 more cards here for you. It's almost like you need to heal the loss of that connection and like put it to bed once and for all. 3 more cards of advice here for Leo. This is a tough one this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Page of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. So becoming free, independent, autonomous of a connection doesn't just mean the connection ended and now you're single. You need to energetically become free, independent, and autonomous. And that means feeling all of those feelings of loss, healing them, and moving forward. Because the minute you open your heart to the new comes in. The new friend group, the new lover. It's like the moment you make yourself vulnerable enough to put yourself out there. But the first thing that has to happen is the cord cutting from this individual. And that means not engaging with them anymore and healing from the loss of that connection in your life. 9 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Strength card. And I think you know this already since the High Priestess card came out side by side with your card. So if this message is resonating with you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You're holding on to someone or the memory of someone, and that is preventing you from being able to move forward with other connections in your life, or meeting meeting new connections in your life. So that is what I have for you, Leo. That is your little message there from the divine. A little too focused on the loss, and instead, and I know it's difficult to do in that moment, but the gain should be, or it's almost like this was a blessing in disguise. I know that's so terrible to say when someone is hurting, but it's almost like once you meet this other person or these other people, you'll understand why it didn't work out with this person or these people again. Because for some of you, it's like you lost a group of friends type of feeling. And it's like, I'm never going to find friends again. Sure you are. But yeah, is this a painful disconnection or ending with this person? Absolutely. But I think what you're not seeing is your life is actually better off without this person in your life, because I think they're taking a very big emotional toll. I think the reality is, while you exist in the connection with this person, you were already in the 5 of Cups. I think you were hoping it would become 10 of Cups. And I think that's an aspect that you're not seeing. It was always the 5 of Cups. That's what I have for you, Leo. If you can heal that and move forward, you have other soulmate, soul bond connections out there. But this is definitely a week of healing for many of you. If that wasn't your message, check another placement. But that is what I have for you for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from Source. You have the 7 of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? Situation, environment, or connection. Why is the 7 of Cups the tarot card of the week for Virgo? So the Lovers and the Fool. Why is this the tarot card of the week for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the 7 of Cups their tarot card of the week? What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you a variety of choices? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Justice. Followed by the Sun, the 8 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, the World card, and the Star. I got to take this. Ace of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Empress here at the bottom of the deck. I almost feel like as a result of something unfair that has happened to you, and again, this is not predictive, this is just help for you. I feel like as a result of something painful And I don't know what this loss was for you. You lost a friend, you lost a lover, you lost a job. There's something here where you encountered a loss that you didn't see coming, or you didn't expect it to happen the way it did, or happen as quickly as it did, even if this is like someone passing away. But I feel like this ending here, or this trauma here, this pain, this hurt, is actually giving you something, or has given you something that you could study and learn. So what am I talking about here? Let me give you an example, Virgo. Let's say that you have always wanted to become an architect, okay? But you were involved in a relationship and it took up all of your time and it took up all of your energy. And now that relationship has come to an end. And now that it has come to an end, that it now gives you the ability to learn, go back and say, well, now I have time to take those classes so I can become an architect. So something like that has happened here. Something has come to an end, and that ending, actually, if you want to change your perspective, it's like, now I have the time to learn this. Now I have the time to move towards wish fulfillment. Now I have the time to relocate. It would be like a Virgo who, and again, it's not predictive, but let's say you always wanted to do something specific as a job, but you never had the time to do it. You had another job. You were very dedicated to it. And now suddenly, recently you've lost that job. Well, this now gives you the opportunity to look for a job in the sector or industry that you've always wanted to be in, or to gain the knowledge needed to obtain a job. So there's something like that here where it has come to an end. And it's like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that loss. I didn't see that person breaking up with me. I didn't see the friend, suddenly not want to talk to me anymore. I didn't see that, the job would end. But there's a blessing there. There's a silver lining in that storm. And the silver lining is now you have time to learn something. And I keep going back to online. So online courses, online classes, online conference. It could even just be like free webinars. But there's something here like now you have time to go online and learn something or do something you've always wanted to learn, or something you've always wanted to do, so you can make your dream a reality. The star being the dream, the Ace of Pentacles, a tangible reality. So what situation in your life is bringing you a variety of choices, some type of ending? But now it's like the world is your oyster. Now you can learn anything. Now you can do anything. Now you can go back and revisit things that you sort of put on the back burner in the past. Okay. And I feel like that's what Source is trying to illuminate for you here this week. That this crisis or this loss now actually gives you the time or energy required to learn something online that will enable you to make a dream become a reality. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords to the Five of Pentacles here. One more shuffle. Oh, if you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a happy birthday. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Everything I just said is the truth. Is whenever it's followed by an ace, and there are only 4 in the deck, it's like spot on, Jen. So spot on. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, 3 out of the 4 aces, and the Queen of Pentacles. There you are, whether you are masculine or feminine. So this situation, environment, or connection had to come to an end. I know you don't want to hear it. Nobody likes hearing that. But the truth here, the illumination that Source is trying to show you, this came to an end, so now you can learn something else. Now you have the time or the money, or now you're dedicated. Now you've got the fire in your belly to say, well, I don't have this anymore, so now I have time to learn this, and now I can make a dream a reality. It's you seeing this loss, instead of seeing it as a loss, seeing it as, oh, well, now I'm not financially taking care of this person, so I could take some of that money and maybe take a class or travel somewhere around the world that I've never been. There's something like that here. Oh, I don't have a job anymore. Okay, well, I was afraid to industry hop or learn something new, but now I can do that. Now I have no excuse. I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I don't have to be a bank teller 9 to 5. Now it's just an example. Now I have no job. So what do I want to do? Do I want to go work in hospitality? Do I want to work in a restaurant? So it's seeing the loss now as the opportunity to do something or go somewhere like that you've always wanted to do, or you always wanted to go to. It's seeing the loss from a new perspective. Let's get 3 cards of advice here for you. Although I kind of did it right there, but it's your birthday week. It's your birthday season, so we'll get you 3 more cards here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 10 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the King of Cups, bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. It will make you so happy if you could just see this a different way. There's something here about seeing it a different way. Like, this was a blessing in disguise. Now I can go after what I really want. Now I could pour my money and my love and my passion into learning something new or relocating. You know, I had a friend like this once. She always used to say, if I were single, I would move to blank. And it was another country that she wanted to move to, but she couldn't, right? She's married, she had the kids, blah, blah. And then her husband asked for a divorce. He had an affair, he left her, and she was devastated. And after about 6 months of sort of sitting in 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, she calls me up one day and she goes, do you mind watching the cat for a while? And I was like, why? And she goes, you know, for the last 10 years, I've been saying that I would move, you know, abroad if I was single. I'm suddenly single and I'm wondering, like, why hasn't this dawned on me before? And I'm like, oh, you want me to take your cat because you're moving? She goes, no, I just want you to take my cat for a week because I'm going to go travel over there and see how I really like it. I kind of want to get a feel more for the country and for the region. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll watch your cat for a week. So, and she ended up moving there. Now it took her 3 years after that because she had to save her money naturally and all of that stuff and plan accordingly as a Taurus. And they move a lot slower than you do. But yeah, she had to plan accordingly and then she moved. And yeah, she took her cat with her. But there's something like that here of like, I always wanted to do this, or I always want to travel there. I always wanted to buy this. I always want to do this. But something was anchoring me down. And it's now looking at the, I've been freed, not as a, oh my God, I lost that, but oh my God, now I have the ability to go after my heart's desire. Now I have the ability to do something or visit somewhere or learn something that's going to make me, you know, a pig in shit happy, 10 of cups, right? And so it's just kind of seeing the loss of whatever that was as a gain, because now you can invest in something new that will truly make your heart happy. That is what I have for you, Virgo. That is your tarot card of the week. The 7 of Cups. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you a variety of choices, whatever this ending was for you? That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Excuse me, Libra. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay, there we go. Hello, Libra. I hope that you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. You have the Page of Pentacles. What skill are you being called to develop? Now, this is not a what you don't see coming. This is a little advice for you from Source. So why is the Page of Pentacles the tarot card of the week for Libra? Why is the Page of Pentacles the tarot card of the week for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Page of Wands, the Tower, Justice, and the 4 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. That leaves the 4 of Cups, King of Pentacles, 7 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you where there's something you have always wanted to do. You've always wanted to do it. You weren't able to do it. I don't know, it was because of financial constraints or a family or a spouse, kids. There was something here of I was never able to do this. Whatever this is, it's different for all of you. But it's like I never had the time to do that or never had the money to do it. This week, again, it's just, you know, your mission, should you decide to take it. Page of Wands to the Tower. What is that one thing you have always wanted to learn? Because I feel like if you learn it, you become, it has the potential to help make you very, very financially abundant. It will make you less dependent on other people for money, less dependent on a spouse, less dependent on a partner, less dependent on family. I mean, this could even help you start your own business. So what is that one skill that you have always wanted to develop, or you always wanted to learn, or you kind of already know a little bit, but you wanted to learn more about that subject or that business or that industry? There's something here this week. You kind of have to get the wheels spinning here with this King of Swords energy and really contemplate what is the skill that you've always wanted to learn. Because I feel like if you make time here to learn it, and you really hold on to, like, I'm going to attend this class, or I'm going to learn this skill, or I'm going to set this amount of time every day or every week, like I'm holding firm to this, to learn this, yeah, I feel like it has incredible ability here to make you very wealthy. This is definitely like a career and finance heads up here for you, Libra. It's not a heart-based reading, although I think you will love whatever this is. Because whatever you're doing now for money, or however you are currently existing, like in your financial stability, it doesn't make you very happy. Four of Cups. So if you're a Libra where you're completely dependent on your spouse for money, it doesn't make you completely happy. You'd like to make your own money. Or if you're at a job that is paying you mediocre, Four of Pentacles, you kind of dream of the day that you could become, you know, make the Ten of Pentacles. So there's something here of you have a skill within you that you have not, it's like an untapped resource. And if you were to really dive into it and learn more about it and expand it and almost like perfect it, it will make you a crap ton of money. You won't need to rely on others for financial support, alimony, child support, you know what I mean? Money from your parents. There's something like that here. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. So your advice here for the week, Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Moon card. Yeah, I would definitely do this week if I were you. There's something here that you've always wanted to do, or you always wanted to learn. And if you can get past the internal dialogue, because some of you are like, I can't do that, I'll never learn that. If you can overcome that, which I believe you can, then that Eight of Wands to the Moon card is like, you can't see it now, how quickly you will become financially independent if you learn that skill. And again, what that skill is different for all of you. Maybe you always want to be a sous chef. Maybe you always want to be an accountant. You know, maybe you always want to work in daycare. Maybe you always want to open up your own daycare. But there's something like this. It's been a little quiet fire inside of you, and it just kind of remained untapped potential. Page of Wands. It kind of stayed small here. And the divine is saying, if you put some time this week to really go within and say, what's the one thing I've always wanted to do with my life? And you now apply yourself to learn that one thing, yeah, it's incredible financial success here for you. King of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles is like, I don't have to ask anyone for money. I don't have to borrow money from people. I mean, that's incredible wealth. And it's using your intellect to create it. So tell me more. Let's get 3 cards of advice here for you. Yeah, 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles, and you have the Emperor. Get to work now. Figure out what that skill is. That one thing you've always wanted to do with your life. Because if you really pour real pentacle energy into it, time, love, maybe money for classes, you end up opening up your own business doing that thing. Like, let's say you're okay guitar player, just an example. And you've always thought to yourself, I really wish I could take some classes. I would like to actually be a teacher one day and teach people how to play. Yeah, that would be something you would be able to do, like open up your own guitar center, or, you know, give music classes to people. But so there's something here. And same thing with, like, let's say being a baker. You've always loved to bake. I really wish that I could bake more professionally or something like that, or learn how to open up my own business. Well, then if you pour pentacle energy into like taking baking classes, or maybe you already are a stellar baker, but now you need to pour some pentacle energy into learning how to open up your own bakery. If you were to do that, yes, you would become your own bakery, your own bakery owner. So there's something like that. There's a dream, a wish, a goal, very deep down within the Libra collective. And it's okay to be a cog in the machine, right, of life. Every machine needs cogs, and some people, my father used to say, some people are just born to be ditch diggers. And there's nothing wrong with that, because the world needs ditch diggers. But this is something more. This is you owning a company and employing the ditch diggers. Like, and again, there's nothing wrong with being a ditch digger, but there's something here within you that you've always wanted to do. And if you pour some energy this week into figuring out what that is, and then devising a plan or a way on how you can learn more about it and then implement it, yeah, you end up becoming your own owner here. So I love this for you. So put on that beautiful mercurial thinking cap of yours. You're ruled by Venus, so this will be something that you love. So use put the thinking cap on of the King of Swords. Figure out what that is for yourself. What would you really love to do with the rest of the time on Earth that could also make you money, but would also make this wish of yours become a reality? Figure out what that is this week, and then also come up with a way on how you can attain it. Do you need to take classes? Are there free things you can learn online? Are there free webinars? Is there a class at a local community college? Like, what can you do to develop that skill? Because if you're being called in that direction, there's a reason for it. You're meant to be your own like entrepreneur or your own business owner. That is what I have for you, Libra, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon bebes. Let's see what our tarot card of the week is for September 7th, 2025. Remember, it's not what you don't see coming. It's just advice for all of us. The Sun card. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? Finally, a nice card for us. Okay, remember, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just advice. So why is the Sun card the tarot card of the week here for Scorpio? For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? Just started raining, like really heavy towards the tail end of the Libra reading. Okay, why is the Sun card here for Scorpio for the week of September 7th, 2025? One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, Nine of Swords, High Priestess, Two of Cups, and the Lovers. Excuse me. Bottom of the deck, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. That leaves the Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Temperance here to the Fool at the bottom of the deck. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? Let's clarify this a little bit more. Tell me about that Nine of Swords here. Tell me about the Nine of Swords here. I have a good idea where they're going with the message, but I'd like to clarify two cards. Nine of Swords here, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Swords clarified by Ten of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. And tell me about that Knight of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Knight of Swords is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Wands. I feel like you have a connection here in your life, and I don't know if it's professional, platonic, or romantic, but there's a choice here that you need to make this week, Scorpio. And this could be with one person, it could be with a group of people. But there's something here about you need to give considerable thought, but also tap into your intuition because you are a highly intuitive sign. Why is this such a fight to get an ounce of happiness out of this person, out of the connection with this person? So what situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? The answer to that is to figure out which ones don't. Because I feel like you have one in particular here where it sure takes a lot of squeezing of the oranges to get a little bit of juice, like a little bit of happiness out of this. It seems to be more trouble than it's worth, because the Ten of Cups is like, this could be great, but the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Wands is like, but how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take for me to see an ounce of juice, you know, from this basket of oranges here? How long? So is it really warm, you know, warmth? Is it really happy? Because if it was, why are you in the Nine of Swords to the Five of Wands over it? So there's something here. It's almost like a process of elimination. You know, what situation, environment, or connections in your life are bringing you warmth and happiness? This is deducing or deducting the ones that aren't. And I think you already know the ones that aren't. And again, this could be environments. This could be work. This could be with a friend. This could be with a lover. But I think if you really get, you know, and I don't think you got to put a lot of thought into it. I think your intuition already knows this is more trouble than what it's worth. So the Lover's card is making a choice here. It's making a choice to move forward and invest in things that do make you happy, that do bring warmth into your life. The Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Swords, and the Death card. This is you taking control of the wheel. Sorry, my phone just went off. This is you taking control of the wheel. Despite any doubts, despite any reservations, despite any internal conflict, and making the decision to only invest in situations, environments, or connections that actually are happy. If you have to think for longer than a second whether situation, environment, or connection truly is warm and is truly bringing your life happiness, you already know the answer to that. It's no. Because if it really was, you'd be a definitive, yes, of course. Yes, I love painting. Yes, I love baking. Yes, I love Mary as my best friend. No offense if your name is Mary. But if you have to sit and go, do I really like painting? Do I really like baking? I don't know. Sometimes I like, you know, making a good baguette. I don't know. Do I like Mary? Well, I mean, on some days, Mary's really great, but then, you know, another day, it's a no. Like, if you have to go that far down the explanation process of why it's truly not part of your 10 of Cups, then the answer clearly is it just isn't. So identify what truly brings warmth and happiness into your life, and make the decision to only pour Pentacle energy on those situations, environments, connections, projects, habits, hobbies, and not into the ones that don't. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Again, it's just what Source wants you to focus on this week, but if you don't want to focus on this, you can X out of the video or check another placement. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here, because it's your choice. And the Death card, that's you. You get to transform how you invest your Pentacle energy, who you invested in, what you invested in. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Ace of Swords, and that, my friend, is the truth. Followed by the Queen of Wands, followed by the Star card. What sets your soul on fire? What is really true? I'm going to have to throw this out there for one, Scorpio. You're not moving forward with a dream or a goal you have because you're spending too much pentacle time or like mental resources focusing on this situation, environment, or connection. So it's not only robbing you of happiness, it's robbing you of the time, because instead of sitting there for 5 hours a day contemplating, you know, why this worked out the way it did, or why it's currently working out, or why this person is behaving this way, or why that came to an end, or all the whys, that's 5 hours you could have been pouring into making one of your dreams come true. Like learning a new skill, you know what I mean? Or expanding upon a current one, or redecorating your home, or doing something nice for yourself. So there's something like that here. If you can see this for what it is, and again, I'm not telling you to like totally excommunicate this person or quit your job or anything like that, but there is definitely a message here. You have the choice to redirect your energy towards things that actually would light your soul on fire, would actually would bring you the 10 of Cups, because it's wish fulfillment. Some other goal, some other dream, some other wish. Again, it's not telling you have to completely abandon this individual. I mean, if we're talking love here, I've got a soulmate pair here with the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. But for whatever reason, your King or Queen of Wands is not making you very happy right now. Doesn't mean they won't in the future. But until then, redirect your focus into projects or skills or, you know, some other wish, goal, or dream. All of your happiness can't be wrapped up in that one connection. That's just not healthy. So find something else that sets your soul on fire, whatever that is for you. Page of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups. Yeah, there's so many other things you could be focusing your attention on instead of dwelling on this like all day long. That's all it's saying. Again, I'm not telling you to cut this person out of your life or quit your job or whatever this is for you. But the more time you spend thinking about this, the less time you have, or the less energy you have to develop a skill that actually would lead you to like wish fulfillment or make you very happy, possibly even make you a lot of money. That is what I have for you, my dear. Your tarot card for the week is the Sun card. What situation, environment, or connection in your life is bringing you warmth and happiness? If it's not, start taking the Pentacle energy that you were putting into that thing that's not really making you happy and pour it into something that does make you happy. That is what I have for you, my dear, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. And now the thunder rolls outside. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from Source. The Moon card. Interesting, because the week of September 7th kicks off with a full moon eclipse in Pisces. Your tarot card of the week is the Moon card. What situation, environment, or connection in your life do you feel is keeping something hidden from you? Interesting. Tell me why the Moon card is here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Excuse me. Why is the Moon card their tarot card of the week? What situation, environment, or connection in your life do you feel is secretly keeping something hidden from you? Tell me more about this here for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Two of Cups. Soulmate, soul bond connection. King of Wands. The Hermit. And the Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords, Eight of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. This is one of those messages, it will either hit home or it won't. But in that Nine of Swords card here, if this message rings true for you, you already know it, because this isn't a predictive reading. You already know that you have someone here in your life, whether it's a professional contact, or a platonic one, meaning a friend or family member, or whether it's a lover, you already know this person is keeping something from you. They're not telling you the full truth, and you know it. You know that they're secretly hiding something from you, and you think about it a lot. You're not sure how to confront it. You don't know how to ask about it. You don't even know how to move forward and obtain the truth. But you suspect, when you go within, you're like, something's not right here. Okay, tell me more about this soulmate soul bond connection. Again, this isn't predictive. This is, you're either already experiencing it or you're not. So we're clarifying the Two of Cups with the Emperor. Could be an Aries. Actually, it could be any zodiac sign, because when the Emperor is on the table, so are all four kings. Tell me more about this soulmate soul bond connection. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the World card. You feel like this person is hiding the fact that they're closing something out in their life, or they're trying to discover ways to close something out in their life. And they're not telling you this. Ace of Wands, that's the truth. So you know that this person is trying to figure out a way to close something out in their life, and they're not telling you. Okay. What is this person trying to close out with the World card? What are they trying to close out? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Phoenix, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. Well, that just took a different turn. Let's get a yes or no. Is this in regards to a marriage? Is this in regards to a marriage? If we get an Ace or Major Arcana card, that'll be a yes. Is this in regards to a marriage? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Swords, no. So it's another connection. I just put that back because that was just a yes or no card. Death card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, 50-50 split here. This is the best way that I can word it. There's a soulmate soul bond connection here in your life. They are in Aries. Or I shouldn't say in Aries. It's very heavy on the masculine energy. This person is looking to close out a long-term connection in their life with someone they either, for 50% of you, this person is married to this person, and for 50% of you, they've just been in a long-term connection with this person. But they're trying to get enough courage and enough strength, to Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups, to close out this long-term connection in their life. So, Sag, if you're the person, let's say you've been married to this person for 20 years, this person, and you suspect that they're trying to come up with a way to ask for a divorce or file for divorce or end things with you, you're right. They are. Oof. If this is another situation where you're waiting for this person to close out that other long-term, their other marriage or their other long-term relationship, and they haven't told you that they're thinking of a way on how to do it, you're right. So I feel like there's a long-term commitment here that's coming to an end. And this person has not told you that. They haven't told you that they're looking to figure out a way to end this connection. For some of you, that connection is with you. And for others of you, it's with a connection they have with someone else. So I almost want to say, whoever they have the Ten of Cups with, and it doesn't mean who they're happier with, it's who do they have the family with? Whoever they're tied to as a family, or they've been with that person for like 20 plus years. It's like the long-term connection that's rooted more like in family. Yeah, this person's looking to find a way to gather the strength and courage to put it to an end. And for some of you, that's the connection they have with you. And for others of you, it's a connection they have with someone else. There's some third party stuff going on here. So I guess it depends on whether you're the long-term partner or not. But if your spidey senses are telling you this person is keeping from you, that they want to end a long-term connection in their life, you're right. You're right. They are. Okay. Why does Sagittarius need to know this? Well, let me get 3 cards of advice. Let me change that. So let's say this is a third-party situation and your person is married. I'm just going to throw that out there. And you've been having this feeling like your person is going to end that marriage. Yes. I'm not saying that, yes, they're going to end it. Yes, they have not told you that they're considering different ways on how they could end it, different ways on how they can be strong enough to put an end to that marriage. So in that respect, yes, you're right. If you've had that feeling like, I think they want to do it, they haven't really given me the details, you're right. They are contemplating it. And then for others of you, if you're in a long-term commitment and you know your person has another person and they've been acting different towards you, and you know this, they're acting very distant, yeah, your person's trying to figure out a way on how to end the connection with you so they can move towards their other person. This is a tough read. It's not going to be for everyone, so please don't force it to fit. Okay, let's get 3 cards for those of you where you're waiting on this person to end this other long-term connection. Let's get 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 3 cards of advice. The 4 of Swords, the Chariot, and the 7 of Wands. This is move forward being cautiously optimistic. Don't keep your life on hold for this person, because 4 of Swords would be, I'm just going to wait around and wait for them to tell me, or I'm going to wait for them to end their marriage. And this is saying, no, you can't do that because you don't know if they're ever going to end that marriage. They're just contemplating ways on how they could. They haven't definitively decided to. The Page is a card of discovery. They're discovering whether or not they should. They're thinking about it. They're thinking of ways, how could I get the courage to end it? So they're only in the thinking phase. So this is how you be cautiously optimistic. Don't hang around waiting for them. Move on with other aspects, other areas of your life. Don't stay on hold, right? Just for this person. You still need to go out there and like, don't, the 7 of Wands to the Chariot, like, don't hold yourself back. The 4 of Swords, don't just kind of sit on your laurels, sit on your hands waiting for this person, because it could take them years to go through this process. Don't lose that time. You could be out making friends, launching a business, learning a new skill, going on vacation, dating other people. There's something here about don't spend the rest of your life waiting because they have not made a definitive decision here. You're right in the sense that they're keeping from you, that they're just slowly starting to think about doing it, but they have not made any concrete decisions here. They're still in, even though they're the Emperor or Empress, they're still in at the Page level here. They're just beginning to contemplate it. They may never fully execute it. So just keep moving forward with your life. Don't allow their delay to hold you back. Now, for those of you where you're in a long-term connection, you know your person has another person. They have grown distant from you. There's a lot of silence between the two of you. Yes, your person is thinking of closing out the connection with you. But again, very much like group 1, they have not definitively decided to do it. They're just contemplating doing that or trying to figure out how could they do it. Is it plausible? Is it feasible? So let's get 3 cards of advice for those of you in that type of situation. 3 cards of advice for group 2 here. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice. Wheel of Fortune, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. There's something here about you seeing it from another perspective and you taking control of the wheel, right? You taking control of the Wheel of Fortune. Why are you allowing yourself to be an option or a choice? Why are you hanging around waiting to see if this person will pick you or choose you or love you or offer you their cup? They already made you an option. They already made you a choice. So similar to group 1, where it's like you can't just sit on your hands and wait for this person to have this revelation and execute that plan and then move towards you, because you could spend the next 10, 20 years of your life waiting for this person. Well, your advice is very similar. Why are you keeping your life on hold, waiting for someone to choose you when they haven't chosen you? Even if they're still existing in the marriage, they haven't chosen you. They're contemplating ending it. Why are you waiting for them to end it? Like, why are you giving them all the power? You're hanging around waiting to see if they're ever going to give you a page of cups. Both of you are being told to take control of your destiny and to move forward and not wait around for this person to decide your fate or to decide whether or not you're worthy of love or companionship. Let's get you 3 final cards here for both groups now. 3 final cards. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 3 final cards. 3 of Cups, the Magician, and the 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. You can create the type of connection you want. Love, prosperity, going out, having a good time. Again, and I don't know, this could be a friend who's trying to decide between you and another friend. You know, do I want to hang out more with Sag or do I? No, you don't wait around for someone to choose you to be your friend or to be your lover or whatever this is. You can manifest the connections you want. You can literally master the art of manifestation here and create the right soulmates. Manifest the right soulmates for yourself. Neither of you have to wait around for someone who's kept you like an option. That is what I have for you, Sag. That's a really deep reading. Probably will not resonate for all of you, but for those of you where it did resonate, your tarot card of the week is the Moon card. What situation, environment, or connection in your life you feel is secretly hiding something from you, whoever this Emperor is. And if this isn't love related and it's work related, like let's say you're a Sag and you're like, I just feel it. My boss is thinking of firing me. I just feel it, the way they've been acting. It just seems different. Why wait to be fired? Just go out there and look for another job. Like, be proactive instead of sitting around and giving all the power to that individual. Like, you get to make a choice. You have a voice. Use it. So take that how that applies to you in your life. But that's what I have for you, Sag, for the week of September 7th, 2025. Remember, it's only advice. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you. The 7 of Pentacles. What situation, environment, or connection in your life are you ready to invest your time, energy, and money into? Tell me more about the 7 of Pentacles here for Capricorn. Why is the 7 of Pentacles their tarot card of the week? You're undecided. I could tell how your cards shuffled out. Okay. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the 7 of Pentacles their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, the Empress, the 4 of Swords, the Star, and a Knight of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. You clarify the 4 of Swords here for Capricorn, please, this week. Clarify that 4 of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 4 of Swords is clarified by the High Priestess, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Fool card. Bottom of the deck, the Emperor. So I feel like you have at the heart of this, there's a situation, environment, or connection in your life that I feel like you really got to go deep on this one, Cappy. It's like you got to make a intuition over head, over heart decision on whatever this is for you. And it could be work for some of you. It could be with a friend group, a family member within the construct of a family. It could be for a love partnership here for you. But you're investing your time or your love or your money into a situation, environment, or connection for you that isn't yielding the results that you hoped it would yield. So what do I mean by that? You're going to work every day. You're working 50 hours. They're only paying you for 40. You've been doing this ad nauseum for years. You're like, just one of these days, they're going to acknowledge my effort and they're going to give me a raise or give me a promotion. They're not giving you the raise. They're not giving you the promotion. How many more weeks of 50-hour work weeks for 40-hour pay are you willing to endure? This is, the friend or the family member, you're always there for them. Energetically, emotionally, financially. You've been waiting for a hell of a long time for this person to show up the way you show up. You show up in Emperor energy and they show up as a page. So they give very little. So whether it's a job, the friend, the family member, the lover, they're not meeting you where you're at. They're not reciprocating what you invest. And this is just asking you to go within this week. Again, it's not predictive. It's just these tarot card of the week readings are just intended to help us learn and grow and just become better version of ourselves. And this is saying, you know, what situation in your life, or, you know, what situation, environment, or connection in your life are you ready to invest your time, energy, and money into? It should be the ones that give you an, you know, a reasonable return on that investment, and not on the situations, environments, or connections that don't. Like, they should be equal to you, Emperor to the Empress. The job, the client, the lover, the friend, they should give to you what you give to them. And not that you're showing up in Emperor, Empress energy, and their investment in you is page level. This is like, then why do you want to keep investing in this? So the Seven of Pentacles card, I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze card? And that's kind of what you're being asked here this week, to evaluate these, you know, various situations, environments, or connections in your life, and ask yourself, is it really fair that I keep showing up in my best form and they're not? So it's a judgment call here that you need to make. You need to gain some clarity on this with the Ace of Swords. Do you want to continue investing that way? Or do you want to take it down a few notches? Because this would be like, I'm keeping this friend or family member or lover in my life, but I'm not going to show up in like 10 of Pentacles energy. I'm going to show up in 3. I just can't put my all into this anymore. It's depleting me of time, love, money, et cetera, that I could be investing in other things, myself, my hobbies, my, you know, my own desires. Why am I going full throttle for this person or these people? So let's get you 3 cards of advice here. But yeah, that's kind of what the divine wants you to look at this week. Are you really getting that 6 of Pentacles reciprocal energy back? I think for most of you, the answer is no. And again, it's not telling you to excommunicate this person or these people, but if you use your intuition and like this, if this message is hitting home for you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. So this is just saying you can just kind of have a new, fresh chapter with this person and decide, moving forward, I'm still going to be there, but only at the 3 of Pentacles. I'm not going to overinvest anymore because my time is precious. And I want to reserve some time to make my own wishes and dreams come true. And I'll never be able to do that if I'm overpouring into others. 3 cards of advice here for Cappy. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Wands. You're at a wide point. The Moon and the 8 of Wands. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You're at the wide point. Do I continue showing up the way I've been showing up, which is overshowing, overdoing, or do I want to change the way I move forward? And I know it's a very emotional decision for you because whoever this person or these people are, or even the job, you really love it. I mean, the Moon is Cancerian energy. The Moon rules Cancer, and that rules our emotions. So I know it's hard for you to make this decision. And I think that's why the divine isn't, we don't have the Death card here, the 10 of Swords. This isn't telling you to like mother F the person and excommunicate, but there's something here about processing your feelings. You can love this person, but still only show up the way they're showing up. There's something here of I can love you from afar. I can invest in you from afar. Yeah, exactly. You're not cutting them out of your life. None of these cards say to cut these people out of your life. It's just telling you to focus a little bit more on self-love. And the only way you can do that is if you retract a little bit of your time, a little bit of your money, and a little bit of your energy from this person or people, because I don't feel like they appreciate what you do or the sacrifices that you make for them. That is what I have for you, my love. That is your tarot card of the week. The 7 of Pentacles. What situation, environment, or connection in your life are you ready to invest your time, energy, and money into? I feel like the answer is you. You need to start investing in you. And the only way you can do that is to invest just a little bit less in everyone else. That's what I have for you, Cappy, for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. That microphone better be on, Aquarius. It is. Because I was like, I did not go the whole way without making sure that mic is on. Okay. Hi, Aquarius. How are you doing? Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from Source. Tarot card of the week, the Tower. I got the Tower. What needs to break down in your life in order to be rebuilt? So you have a situation, environment, or connection, my love, that is shaky. Now, this could be a habit, a thought process, a pattern. 8 of Pentacles to the King of Cups. Something you're working on, something you've been investing in, but it's not stable. It's not sturdy. It's not what it should be. And I feel like it needs to be taken down. Now, whether or not you want to rebuild it is up to you, or you completely want to walk away, it's up to you. But it's not steady. Tell me more about the Tower here. For Aquarius, why is the Tower here? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Remember, it's not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from Source. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have for you? The Two of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Magician, and the Tower. Tower to Tower. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands, Six of Cups, Nine of Wands. It's a pattern. This is a pattern. You keep doing this with this person. I know there's soulmate, soul bond connection, but you either have to, I mean, you don't have to do anything. You have the divine gift of free will, but the pattern is going to keep repeating. One or two things has to happen. You have to allow this to end and completely walk away from it, or you have to find a different way on how to rebuild this. Tell me what this is. I mean, it's a soulmate, soul bond connection. For some of you, it's either someone you're married to or you have a home with. I mean, your soul recognizes this person as a soulmate. And maybe that's why you keep doing this same, I just heard crap, why you keep doing this same crap with them. I'm not telling you to excommunicate this person from your life. I mean, only you know what is best for you. But if you're going to continue engaging with this person, the rules of engagement need to change. And that's going to have to be something they agree on also. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's going to have to be balanced. Both people are going to have to be on board with this. So I want to clarify the Magician card here, because I feel like you keep hoping and praying that this will just work out and things will be smooth. But it doesn't work out that way. One more shuffle here on that Magician. Thank you. The Knight of Wands, the Emperor, and the Six of Pentacles. See, I think you would like equal give and take with this person. And I don't know who this is, a friend, a family member, a lover. You would like equal give and take. You would like both of you to be dedicated to this goal. You know, I give blank, you give blank. But that's not what happens here. Eight of Pentacles, again, you keep over giving. That's why there's an imbalance here. Six Pentacles plus 2 is 8. So I almost feel like you want it to be a balanced connection. But you're giving 6 Pentacles and they're giving 2. That's the 8. Thank you, Source. That's why it keeps crumbling. They're undergiving, you're overgiving, however you want to word it. And it's a pattern with this person. What is this person's issue? Six of Cups. What is their issue? I feel like that's your lesson here that you have to learn, Aquarius. You're overgiving and they're undergiving. Tell me more about the Six of Cups here. What is this person's issue? One more shuffle. Thank you. Excuse me. The Five of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the King of Cups. This person can't get out of their own way. Death card. It's the truth. This person can't get out of their own way. And I don't know if this is something they learned in childhood or in relationships that they had in their life, professional, platonic, romantic. But this person doesn't see that they're the problem. They've got a blindfold on. They think just because I love you, and you know that, you should have to put up with my shit. Doesn't work that way. So just because I love you, I get to pay less. Like, let's say this is a roommate situation, just an example. And you and your roommate agree that every month the electricity bill comes in and you split it 50-50. Well, this person is like, and let's say every month it's $100, okay? Every month you both have to put in $50, right? That would be fair. But you end up putting, you know, 6 Pentacles in and they put 2. What the hell's going on here? And it's, well, because I love you, I don't have to really, I know that I owe 50, but I don't have to give 50. I'll just give 20. I'll just give $20, Aquarius, and you pick up the $80 every month because I love you. So this is so, psychotic. I want to say psychotic, but that's not the tarot reader in me. That's the Jersey in me right now. This is psychotic. This is because I love you. You should have to put up with less contribution from me, of time, of love, of money, of respect. You should show up in best form. In fact, you should overgive in order to compensate for what I'm not giving. And again, I don't know if this is rooted in childhood for this person or relationships or I don't know what this is, but this is because I love you and they don't see that they're the problem. Because I love you, you should put up with it, or you should have to give more, or you should have to, I don't know, financially take care of me. Something has to radically transform. The rules of engagement here need to change. If you even want to keep it. I don't even know if you want to keep someone like this in your life, because they're not even seeing where they're the problem. And it's a pattern they repeat over and over and over again. And you could have full stability with this person, Four of Wands, if you agree to the way they operate. And the way they operate is, I'm always going to give less, and you're always going to have to give more because I love you. That's nice. That's nice. So yeah, something's got to change. That's why you probably keep having one tower after another with this person. So what needs to break down in your life in order for it to be rebuilt? Either this connection has to totally break down and the two of you go your separate ways. But if you're going to keep it, it has to transform. And this person's not going to change. So therefore, your approach to this connection has to change. The rules of engagement here have to change. Absolutely. Tell me about the Page of Swords, because this is like, you need to learn how to handle this person or this connection differently. Tell me about the Page of Swords here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Lovers. Ugh. This is you coming to the realization that this person's never, I'm not going to say never going to change, because I have seen miracles. This people, maybe it is people for some of you, maybe it's several people. This individual is not changing. The one thing you have to accept is you giving more will not make this person change. You fighting with this person will not make this person change. One tower moment after another will not make this person change. You need to have this aha clarity moment here, Aquarius, that it's this person's responsibility to take the inspired action, to make the choice to change whatever toxic pattern or way of thinking that they have here. They're the only ones that can make that change. And that's something you need to really understand. There's nothing you can do. You can't love this person into reciprocity. They're a taker. See how the hand is out? They're a taker. So you have to understand there's nothing you can do except change the rules of engagement in respect to how you engage. Tell me about the Tower. Let's get 3 cards of advice on the Tower. I think you need to show up differently. Excuse me. Yeah. And some of you need to find your voice, because I'm coughing a lot. Some of you sit here like this, like mute. I'm sorry. I don't mean this disrespect. Please don't click off. I love you. But some of you sit like this and you just absorb what this person does to you, like you're some emotional punching bag or something. And on the surface, you're all calm. And then on the inside, it's like you feel horrible. You're like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I feel so depressed over this. But, and maybe that's one of the things here. Maybe you need to stop showing up with King of Cup energy. Like I'm brave and everything's okay. Everything is not okay. Like this person treating you this way is not okay. Them not paying their share of the bills is not okay. Them not investing the same amount of time or love as you put into them is not okay. Tower. 3 cards of advice on that Tower. Yeah, you need to realize this person can only change if they want to. One more shuffle. Thank you. Advice on the Tower. Ace of Cups, self-love, 10 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Death card. Focus on your own happiness. Focus on self-love. Focus on your stability. And don't think or worry too much about if this person can survive without you or make it without you. Because if you were to exit their life, they're just going to find someone else to do this to. Like, you won't be the last person they do this to. So your Tower moment realization is, I can't change this person. They do this to other people. I won't be their first victim. I won't be their last. So I need to show up differently. And showing up differently means putting yourself first, putting your long-term goals, putting your emotional health at the forefront. And stop worrying about whether or not this person will like it or not. If they don't like it, they're just going to find someone else to mooch off of. That's the only way that you can transform this connection with the Death card. I want to get 3 more cards on this person. What does this person do if Aquarius pulls back? What does this person do if Aquarius pulls back. One more shuffle. Thank you. What did they do? 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Star, 10 of Swords, Knight of Swords. Well, honestly, at first, this is almost like, oh shit, what now? What do I do now? Why aren't they investing in me now? And then this is creating a plan. What is the plan? This is a, oh shit, they're not investing in like they used to. What happened? They were working. They were investing. And then they'll look to craft the plan. Tell me about the plan. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Moon card, 5 of Swords, and the Wheel. This is a pattern. This person, they're just going to find someone else to do this to. And then bitch about what a terrible friend you were, or an ex, or something like that. This is what this person does. They take from whoever they can. And then when they move on to their next victim, they get their eye on the next King or Queen of Pentacles. Then they're going to hold on to them and suddenly badmouth you. Oh, my ex-husband. Oh, my ex-wife. Oh, my friend. Oh, the last boss. So whoever this person is for you, it's a pattern. You're not going to love them into, or respect them into being nice or being your equal or treating you fairly. This is a very deep wound within this person. And again, I don't know where it derives from within them, but the only thing that you can change is the way you show up in this particular connection. There's something here about self-love and focusing on your long-term goals and not worrying so much about what this person will do. This person will be just fine. They'll just find their next victim. Some of them already have this person in sight. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. That was a weird reading. I'm an Aquarius rising, but you just take those messages, how they resonate to you. If you like that message and it did resonate, or you just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let me clear my throat, take a sip of coffee. Thank you. I've done this straight. It's about an hour, 45 minutes or something like that, hour, 40 minutes. So thank you. Hello, Pisces. I hope you're doing well today. Let's take a look at your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. Keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming. This is just a little advice for you from Source. Your tarot card of the week is the World card. What is closing out for you now? And what new cycle are you ready to start? This deck, the cards are not read in the reverse. So it looks like I placed it in the reverse earlier when I was putting all of these cards out, but the card is not read in the reverse, in case you're wondering. So why is the World card the tarot card of the week here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? You've got a cycle here closing out. It's not predictive. So you already know that this is happening. There's a phase or chapter in your life closing out. And are you ready for the new one? Tell me about the World card here. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, are you ready? 8 of Cups, moving towards your 9 of Cups. The Hermit and the 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's an ending coming, my love. But again, if it doesn't resonate with you, if you don't know about an ending, then you just don't know about it. It's not yours. It's not your reading. Don't force it. It's not predictive. Knight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So I don't know what's closing out here for you. This could be something like you've been waiting a long time for a settlement, or maybe you're selling a property, you know, and there's some type of like closing up of the property, or yeah, there's something of buying, selling property here, buying, selling a home. It could be ending a connection for some of you. But again, it's already in motion. It's not, this is not predictive. And it could be a court case for others of you, like you're waiting for a legal settlement or something like that. So if this message is resonating for you, you've been waiting a long time for this to close out or be resolved so you can move forward to the next thing. And this is saying, are you ready? Are you ready for the next thing? Because it's coming in. Yeah, it's coming in. Do you know what you're going to do after the divorce is final? Do you know what you're going to do after you sell the house? You know what I mean? What's your next step if you're relocating and you're buying a home or getting an apartment? Like, are you ready for the next step? Don't be so focused on the closure or whatever's wrapping up here, because it will close out. And then you do have this new opportunity like this next chapter. Are you ready for the next chapter? Some of you are so focused on the ending that you're not planning, well, what comes after I sell my house? What comes after I get the new place to live? You know what I mean? What happens after I get the settlement money? You're not very focused on that. This is telling you, you need to direct your focus to what happens after the ending. Tell me why this is important here for Pisces, that Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. Like when you're free and independent, autonomous, or whatever this chapter was back here, what's next? What's next? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Five of Wands, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, some of you, you haven't thought anything about the next chapter because you're so focused on the past and the conflict here. And I get it. It's very emotional while this thing is wrapping up, this court case or whatever's dissolving here. It could even be like you have a job contract and it's set to expire on a certain day. And I get it. It's very emotional and you've been at the job a long time. But what the hell are you going to do the next day when you don't have to go to work anymore? So again, this isn't a predictive reading. So if you already know something's like wrapping up or concluding or you're waiting for resolution, it's like, okay, in the meantime, while you're waiting, what are you doing to plan for the next step? Let's get you 3 cards of advice here. 3 cards of advice here for Pisces. Excuse me. Let's get you one more shuffle here. Thank you. You got the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. When this cycle closes out, okay, it's been burdensome, it's been heavy. For some of you, there are finances here resolved. What are you going to do next that sets your soul on fire and makes you very happy? What are you passionate about? There's something here about redirecting your focus and your attention right now away from what's ending and towards what will life be like when the divorce is over, like to literally get excited, right? This is excitement. The Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Ace of Wands, like you should be very excited right now about this new beginning. So why aren't you excited? So what new cycle are you ready to start? What does that look like? What does life look like in the new place? What color are you going to paint the new bedroom? There's just something like that. Like you need to start creating a plan here for what you're going to do after this ending. What does life look like when this is finally resolved and behind you? It looks pretty damn good. But I would start focusing on this and creating this for yourself and getting ready for it. That is what I have for you, Pisces. That is your tarot card for the week of September 7th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.